We're going to do homework check. So, lesson 6, nouns. Section 1 was on plural nouns. Okay? Plural nouns. Page number is, page number is 25. Okay, page 25. Sally. Okay, so our goals for this lesson are to make nouns plural using the following rules. Okay, there are many rules that we have to go over, so we need to get started quickly here. Okay? So it's important to remember what nouns are. Okay, nouns are naming words, and nouns give names to people, places, things, and ideas. Okay? People, for example, boy, girl, engineers, Mrs. Brown, President Bush, friend, etc. Places, house, bakery, shopping mall, school. Okay? Things, books, tire, Golden Gate Bridge, those are things. These are nouns. Okay? Ideas, fear, happiness, talent, wisdom. Okay? So we use nouns to name things that we know, okay, and things that we can see. Taste and touch, and what we, with emotions as well, emotions and concepts, okay? So, as words, nouns have special features that other words in the language don't share, okay? They can be made to show plural, okay? Plural is just another way of saying more than one, okay? Or possession, ownership of something, okay? Let's take a look at some examples on page 25. So the singular form for dog, okay, if you want to convey a message that refers to one dog, spell D-O-G. Okay, if you want to use a plural, you have to add an S to the end. Okay, you make a word plural, a noun plural, usually by adding an S to the end. Okay, but there are special rules that apply. Okay, for example, if it's singular possessive, okay, if you're talking about one dog, then we say D-O-G apostrophe S if we're talking about one dog. Okay, but if we're talking about plural possessive, more than one dog, okay, a group of dogs, we would say dogs apostrophe bones. Okay? And the plural for bones is B-O-N-E-S. Just add an S to the end of the bone. Let's go to the next page, page number 26. Plural nouns. Okay, so the following rules covering the pluralizing of nouns. Spelling of plurals depends on the type of noun you want to make plural. Okay, there's different rules for different nouns. Knowledge of the rules for making nouns plural will help improve your spelling. Okay? So rule number 1, here's the basic rule. Plurals are normally formed by adding an S to the singular form. Okay? For example, fight, fights. Chance, chances. Idea, ideas. Okay? Rule number 2. Selena, question? Okay. Rule number 2. Nouns ending in S, X, CH, SH, or Z, when the singular form ends in S, X, CH, SH, or Z, the plural is formed by adding ES to the singular. Okay? So for example, the word bias. Biases, lens, lenses, ES, and tax, taxes. Okay, that's rule number 2. Rule number 3. Nouns ending in Y. When a singular noun ends in Y, preceded by a consonant, the plural is formed by changing the Y to an I and adding ES to the singular. So for example, copy, you drop the Y, you add IES, okay, to indicate more than one copy. Same thing for lady. Drop the Y, we add IES to indicate a plural. Okay? Now, when a singular noun ends in Y, preceded by a vowel, okay, plural is formed by adding s to the singular. Okay, so that's the difference. For example, delay. D-L-A-Y, consonant, vowel before the consonant. So we just add an s to the end. Okay? Same thing with boy. There's an O preceding the Y, which is a vowel. So we add an s to the end. Okay, that's the difference between the two. Okay, rule number 4. Nouns ending in O. Okay, so for singular nouns ending in O preceded by a vowel, the plural is formed by adding s to the singular. Okay? So for example, stereo, stereos, ratio, ratios. You just add an s. Okay? For the nouns ending in O. Singular nouns ending in O preceded by a consonant form their plurals in different ways. Okay? So for example, hairdo, hairdos. We add an S. For photo, we add an S at the end. For potato, we add an ES, potatoes. And for hero, we add ES, heroes. Okay? Different rules for different words. A little complex, but if you're ever confused, this is a really good chart to go back to double check your work. Okay? Okay, rule number 5, nouns ending in F, F-E, or FF. So most singular nouns that end in F, F-E, or FF form their plurals by adding S to the singular form. So for example, we have belief, we add an S, we get beliefs. Proof, we add an S, we get proofs. Okay? Some commonly used nouns in this category form their plurals by changing the F to Fe to Ve and adding S. Okay, so for example, half, we drop the F and we add VES. Okay, and wife, same thing. We drop the FE and we add the ES. Okay? So a few of these nouns have two plural forms, okay? The preferred form is given first. So for example, scarf, scarves, V-E-S. Or we can say scarfs, okay? Same thing with dwarf. We can add an S, or we can add the V-E-S, okay, to indicate a plural presence. Okay, rule number 6, nouns with irregular plurals. Okay, the plurals of some nouns are formed by a change of letters within. Okay, so for example, if we're referring to one mouse, we say mouse. But if we want to refer to more than one mouse, we change it completely. It becomes mice. Okay? Person, one person. We don't say one people, we say one person. But if you want to refer to more than one person, we can say people. People is the plural form of person. Okay? So a few plurals end in en or ren. Okay, for example, ox, oxen, child, and children. Okay, singular versus plural. Many, many rules. Almost finished. Rule number 7, compound nouns. Okay? When a compound noun is a single word, make the final element in the compound word plural as if it stood alone. Okay, so for example, print out, printouts. Hat box, hat boxes. Birthday, birthdays. Grandchild, grandchildren. 4 foot, 4 feet. Okay? So the plurals of hyphenated or space compounds are formed by making the chief element of the compound word plural. So for example, father-in-law, the chief word there is father, so we add an S. We make it fathers-in-law. For runner-up, chief word is runner, so we add an S to the runner. It becomes runners-up. And lieutenant general, keyword is general, so we add an S to general, we make generals. Okay, lieutenant generals. Last example, when a hyphenated compound does not contain a noun as one of its chief elements, Okay? Simply pluralize the final element. For example, hang up, hang ups. Okay? Hand me down, hand me downs. We add an S to the end. Show off, show offs. Okay? So we'll stop recording there, and you can turn to the next page, page 28. What you have to do is change the words that are in orange to their plural form. Okay, and then you have to go back to the rules, and you have to write down which one of the rules applies to that plural case. Okay?